Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Well, today I'm going to do a Knife Show Sunday video on a knife that I can't believe I've went this long and not done one on. I carry this knife daily at work, and for some odd reason it has slipped my mind to do a video on. I've had this knife since about 2015, and I've looked and looked and looked, and I can't find out what kind of steel is in it. All it says is a high carbon stainless steel. That's all it says. I can't remember what it was when I bought it. It's been so long ago. But we'll discuss that here once I get into it. The knife I have got is the Columbia River Knife and Tool M21-04G. Now, talk about this a little bit. This is designed by retired Sergeant Major Kit Carson. He is originally from Vine Grove, Kentucky, so he's a Kentucky native. He designed this knife, and if you look at it, it looks very, very familiar to or very similar to a M16. This is pretty much an M16 on steroids. It is a beast of a knife. It's got G10 handles. Spring clip is reversible for tip up, tip down, right or left side. It is equipped with a liner lock and a Laws lock device. What that does is when you open it, and I'll try to get it up here where you can see it. If you'll look right here on this inside, let me get it turned there where we get some light on it. There we go. You see that little piece sticking out down in there? That's moving. What that does, this little lever is spring loaded. So when you open it and that liner lock kicks into place, this springs forward and locks that liner lock so that you can't accidentally disengage the liner lock. To unlock this knife, you have to pull back on that and hold it back, and then disengage the liner lock to close it up. It has the flipper, which the M16s are so well known for. I've carried this knife for years. It is G10 handle scales over top of steel liners. I've got some specs here. The overall length on this knife is 9.3 inches. The blade length alone is 3.9 inches. The blade thickness is 0.14. To give you an idea, SE3, as you can tell, it's a little thicker than an SE3. So this is a very stout, heavy-duty pocket knife. Like I said, I have carried this thing since about 2015 at work every day. I have yet to find anything I couldn't cut with it, from seat belts to boxes to who knows what. I've even used this once or twice to pry windows open on houses. So, like I said, it's very, very stout and purpose built. The weight on this is 6.4 ounces, so it's not light to be a pocket knife. The closed length on it is 5.3 inches. I couldn't find anything on the Rockwell on CRKT when I looked, as I couldn't find anything on the steel type. Now, another one I looked at said that the Rockwell was between 55 and 59. So there's that. I don't know if that's right or not. It does have a little bit of a recurved belly on it, which I believe myself adds to the slicing abilities of this knife. It is a high saber grind, but I would feel comfortable with this knife doing light batoning if I had to, and by light I mean inch and a half diameter, where you could just do it with your hand. I would feel comfortable using this knife to do that. As far as carving, let's see, I got a little piece of wood here. The way that's set up, you can actually get up on it like that. You have to be careful because there's nothing to keep you from coming up right there on that edge. But making fine curls with it's not an issue. And it does have a little jimping right here, but up on the back of the blade it does not. So camp task, mild bushcrafting task as far as like notches and stuff. It's not really designed for that, but due to the edge geometry, it can do it. So, that's all I've got. Again, it's the Columbia River Knife and Tool M21-04G. I think the new models of these, instead of coming out with the steel or the gray steel blade, I believe the new models come out with a black blade. I don't know what kind of finish this is, but it is held up for as much as I have cut with this. So, Columbia River, you can't go wrong. They build a heck of a pocket knife. Don't have a lot of experience with their fixed blades, but the only fixed blade I've ever had of theirs was the old KSS knife that they had, which was the single bevel, I think it was a 3.5, 4-inch fixed blade in a Tonto point. Just a skeletonized knife. It was a weird one to sharpen, because even though it was perfectly flat on one side and chiseled beveled on the other, it still had a micro bevel on both sides. So it was somewhat interesting to sharpen at times. But other than that, I had both the serrated version and the straight edge. They were incredible knives for what they were designed for, but due to the way they were beveled, wasn't much for anything other than piercing and cutting boxes and stuff like that. You couldn't notch worth a dime with it. They would cut any material you put in front of it, seat belts, rope, paracord, cardboard, rubber, whatever. It wasn't designed to be used for anything other than that. That's my opinion. But there you go. Like, share, subscribe, and I'll get another one out for you soon.